Hello everybody, my name is Kazm Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Pokemon Brainworky Good It Does Violet, the Bug-type Gym Leader run. And we are on our way to completing the DLC. I found myself questioning why I was doing the DLC when I already have done it once, and then I remembered, like, this is a Bug-type run challenge-like thing. So it would make sense. Where am I going? Loyalty Plaza. It would make sense that I do the main stories of the DLCs with bug types. My dog is just staring at the couch like, do I jump on? Excuse me. He's like, what is this strange object that I'm sniffing? I've never been on one before. Never mind the fact that he sleeps on a different couch entirely all day. My dog's a goofball. My dogs are goofballs, I should say. I don't know if I've ever talked about my dogs. One is a tan dog named Tanner. I know, imaginative, I came up with that one. Well, no, my grandmother came up with that one. I wanted to name him Bishop, because his brother's name is Rook. They're litter mates. And Rook is a black and white and brown dog. But for some reason, love my grandmother to death. She's the only one I got left. But she had a say in naming one of our dogs, even though they're our dogs, and never really sat right with me, but at the same time, Tanner is Tanner, and he'll always be Tanner, so not like I can change it. Not like I want to change it. I forget, do I battle you again? That's worrying. Is that really an ego thing? I guess it is. And I'm also glad that you're, like, seeing your mistakes. But, like, is taking losing poorly an ego thing? Genuinely, I'm asking. I'm thinking about it now. How could you not adore Ogerpon? She is adorable. No. Well, no, I can't because it's a... Can I... Yeah, I want to see something. Wait. We're about to break... I want to see if I can break the system here. Give me a second. Because we haven't done the little DLC... Okay, I want to see something. I really want to see something. Because I don't want to use Ogerpon because she is not bug type. So I want to avoid using her. But I want to see if I can kind of like sequence break this. Who do we have here? I know, I've seen your face somewhere before. Who are you again? The name's Kazm! But you can also call me King Kazm. Veli. I question Cyrano's mental stability. But not in a, like, oh, he's, like, insane kind of way. I question, like, how good his memory is. And I know I got the... So, okay. So I put off doing the Indigo Disc because I kind of wanted to do it story beat by story beat. But I remember getting the Indigo Disc starter thing... I also need to turn off those notifications, but it's fine. The Indigo Disc starting sequence after I beat the main game of Violet. So could I have done the Indigo Disc before even doing the Teal Mask? And I'm curious because brain doesn't want to work. Brain doesn't want to work. Hang on. Adjust my legs at that point. So, if that's the case, could I have gone through the entirety of the Indigo Disc before even doing the Teal Mask? Because, technically speaking, while they aren't really connected one-on-one, they are connected. Let me think here. What, so, Carmine is the main reason they're connected. And, Kiki as well. So Carmine and Kiki are the main reason, or the main connections, because they're both from Kitakami. And they both make mentions of being a Unova student. So... they also talk about the Crystal Pool stuff, don't they? In this DLC? So they're obviously connected. I apologize. I'm still getting like Deep Blue Sea vibes here. Undersea. Excuse me, I'm yawning a lot. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Why is the rest of school underwater? Okay, undersea plant. Are we talking like manufacturing plant or an actual plant? Like the foliage plant? I'm going to be yawning a lot today, I think. I should be fine. In his defense, if Blueberry Academy is as big as I think it is, it's almost impossible for them to remember a name. Right off the bat. But no, seriously, like... it's weird that... Okay, so, like, for those that don't know, Deep Blue Sea is a movie about, It's basically a shark slasher film. Samuel L. Jackson does a really good job and has one of the most memorable moments, in TV history, I think, to be honest. But then again, Samuel L. Jackson is like a memorable dude. He's got that voice, he's got that aura, he's got that swagger. Man's a really interesting dude for his roles. But, my thing is... my thing is... The Deep Blue Sea movie, basically, long and short of it is, they were experimenting with sharks to try and find a cure for Alzheimer's, because sharks can't get most sharks can't get cancer and stuff like that, because of how their genetics work. I say most sharks because I believe there are cases of sharks getting cancer. And so they were trying to, like, use sharks as experimentation for figuring out what makes what happen. They ended up making the sharks super smart. The sharks ended up fucking shit up, killing a lot of people. So the setting of the entire movie is a base that is underwater. Well, it's like a column of water, I should say. It's mostly underwater, but like they have the main entrance, like Blueberry Academy. Yeah. And derp. But the movie is not a bad movie in my opinion. I don't mind it. It's a bit slow pacing, but it also falls into the issue of the sequels kind of bring it down. On its own, it's great, but as a series, it's... eh. Beyond that, the issue with the underwater base is that while you are underwater, you are heavily limited to what you can do. In terms of escape routes, in case something goes wrong. So my concern is, now granted, I know that they have a lot of like creatures in this world that aren't. Sorry, Rubman. What's the word I'm looking for? Unintroduced, unintelligible. No, it's none of those. It's unfamiliar. I have too many words in my head. Like, there are a bunch of Pokemon in the world that aren't unfamiliar with, you know, swimming in the ocean and stuff like that. So if something goes wrong in this building... Oh, I forgot to switch. Crap. How many Pokemon do you have on your team? There's no reason for me to set up. But there is a reason for me to switch to not you. But regardless, I think my biggest issues with... I think it's mainly because I've seen too many horror movies. Let's put it that way. Like, I've seen so many movies. Honestly, like, Monster horror is one of my favorite genres of movies, and that's why I've seen so many. Bug Buzz? Bug Buzz. So, that's why I know a lot of the tropes and stuff like that, and that's why, like, certain scenarios, such as, like, oh, hey, we're gonna build underground, or we're gonna build underwater, it's one of the, like, biggest nopes for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to go into an underwater facility if I was 100% sure that it was safe. The issue is, I've seen so many monster movies where it just doesn't become safe. Like, they have the most empowered security ever and shit like that, and it's just like, oh, hey, giant shark biting at the facility. What? I'm more worried about where the giant shark came from, but okay. Your plus-minus strategy was literally just using 2 Vulfhart Pokemon and spamming frickin' Discharge. It was not a good strategy. I'm going to use a Full Restore on you. And then I'm going to use Fire Blast on you. I will probably die before I get a chance for that, but oh well. I'm glad I did that. I hate you. Well, time to be a dick. Under pressure, dun, 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 under pressure. Have an earthquake. Shut up, X-Girl. They made a mistake when making X-Girl. I'm sorry. It is abhorrently fast. It is strong as shit, and it's a little bit tanky. And its typing is not that bad either. Well, that failed. Oh my goodness. Your strategy was used against you. I didn't want to do that, but I had to. I also need to switch up my team comp. Well, I do need to switch up my team comp for what's about to happen. But I need to switch Pokemon around. I need to give Bell a different fire-type move. But going back to what I was saying about movies, I like adventure. I like action movies, but not as much as like monster movies. Okay, I'm 100% a Godzilla fan. Godzilla beats Kong any day of the week. I understand the arguments like, oh, Kong can use tools, Kong can do all that. A radioactive lizard. And I'm gonna be honest, this is not copium. A majority of the quote-unquote mistakes Godzilla made in Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't think Godzilla would have made those mistakes, if I'm going to be honest. Like firing his laser at the axe. I feel like that would have been, or firing it for that long, I should say. He might have fired it by accident a couple of times, trying to, like, destroy it. Excuse me. But after seeing it didn't get destroyed and, you know, was actually empowering it, he probably would have stopped. Don't get me wrong, Kong could have used it as a shield, regardless, because that would have been a smart idea on Kong's part. In fact, I think he did that a couple times. And don't get me wrong, Kong's got mobility and shit like that, but, like, Godzilla's lived longer. Godzilla knows better. He's supposed to know better. Like, Legendary Godzilla is supposed to be painted, or they've painted Legendary Godzilla as this very intelligent type of creature. He's not, was it Heisei era? I think it was Heisei era. I think Heisei era Godzilla was... I spend so much time in the snowy biome. What would I like? Truth be told, I don't like any of these. I like colder weather. I don't like the heat. And this feels like it would be a humidity type heat. Actually, this one would be a humidity type heat. This one might be a dry heat, to be honest. This is just... like, navigation in this is just absolutely abhorrent. I think I would like... At least I can cool down at the beach. But yeah, like I said, Godzilla is one of my favorite TV or movie series, and I want to say the original one was Toho, right? Was it Toho or Tohei? Toho, I think. It's been a while since I've heard their names, so my brain doesn't want to work and remember right. Toho era Godzilla, the original, was very... Actually, Toho in general was definitely more story-driven. Because the formula for a Godzilla movie, or any real kaiju movie, Daikaiju movie, is... slow burn opening, people talking, monster attacks without being seen. Then slow burn, people talking, lots of talking. Monster attacks. Whether or not it is seen is up in the air. Then more slow burn talking. Then monster attacks is definitely seen. Slow burn talking, usually attempt to stop monster after it appears again. Attempt fails. Then after that, more slow burn talking. Then like in the last third of the movie, Act 3, monster attacks one final time. People try and succeed and drive the monster off or kill it. That's usually how kaiju movies work. And some monster movies nowadays do kind of follow that slight formula too. I think Lake Placid was kind of one of those movies. Because Lake Placid was slow burn start, people talking, monster attacks, dude dies, more slow burn, people talking, monster attacks again, is seen. Then people attempt to stop it. Although in this one they do succeed, but there's a second monster. That's always the weirdest. That's always an interesting twist for a kaiju movie or a monster movie, is when it turns out there's actually two monsters. And it's done even better if there were hints at it in the beginning of the movie, too. Like, if you have a monster... if you have, like, a monster that's a giant animal... like, say like, a lion or a elephant or something like that. And the monster... and the reason I say animals is because we have, like, facts and stuff like that. And you base it on, like, it's been around for X months. In X months, it has killed over twice as many people as what a normal animal of its kind would. What? I didn't even run. I was going this way. How did I run into you? That broke my brain. Straight up broke my brain. My brain, she's broken. Broken brain. Brain broken. Hey, Doros. I love Doros. But yeah, monsters killing more people than it really should to satiate itself. We as the audience chalk it up to being, oh, it's just the monster is, you know, acting abnormally because it's a giant monster. Well, I say giant monster, but like it's a monster. It's an abnormality in the species. So it's actively like trying to just kill, murder, yum, nom, nom. And then we come to find out, like, in Act 2, near the end, there's actually 2 or more of the creature. And the reason that there were so many deaths is because it was actually all of these creatures doing the killing, not just the one that we know of. The problem with that kind of argument, though, is when the monsters are very obvious. Like, an example is a giant dinosaur. Like, you can't do this kind of argument with it in, like, New York with a giant dinosaur. Because where was the second dinosaur the entire time? Like, at that point, that's just bad movie writing, and that's just you trying to have some form of shock twist just to have a shock twist. Just trying to find my time. Like, not my actual, like what my timer's at, but like what the actual time is. I couldn't find it on my computer screen. I'm like, what? Why is my brain not working? Whisper, whisper. Our character literally just says whisper, whisper. But no, I really like monster movies because like some of them can get really creative. I especially like the monster movies that, like, take from a folklore or something and kind of make it a more scientific aspect of it. I know there was a lot of Wendigo movies. Like, it's hard to take from a folklore and make it into a movie that's purely scientific, because a lot of folklores are supernatural. That's always an interesting topic to get into, and I actually might talk about that next episode. But for now, I'm going to have to call it here. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That means you more content like this in the future. And if you come back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It helps out a ton, and I'm greatly appreciative. If you could share this video with your friends, your family, your favorite newly exchanged student who just arrived at your school and is looking for a friend, I'd appreciate that as well. And if you would like to support me as a content creator, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi. Links are in the description below. And if you would like to... and the link to my Discord server is also in the description below. And, as always, I will see you as we continue our adventures in Pokemon Violet, the Bug-type Gym Leader run. Bye-bye!